And today, we're gonna make the interview about the strengthening production and operation management and a regional perspective from Indonesia and Myanmar. So yeah, first of all, please introduce your expert in this podcast session and your background for this podcast, Mr. Eko.
Okay, thank you very much, Lin. My name is Eko Ruddy Cahyadi. I'm an associate professor in production and operation management and work at IPB University.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, first of all, I would like to interview about the capacity building in production and operation management by comparing Indonesia and Myanmar. So from your perspective, why is capacity building in production and operations becoming increasingly important in Saudi Asia? Like specifically, how do Indonesia and Myanmar compare in their effort to enhance operational efficiency and production capability in key industry?
Yeah, capacity building in production and operation management is very critical for Southeast Asia, as the Southeast Asia is home for a rapidly growing populations and a highly competitive global markets. We are in Southeast Asia has around or almost 7,700 million people, yeah, populations. Yeah. And of course, this is a potential for labor as well as global market. So to remain competitive, the countries in Southeast Asia must ensure their production system are scalable, efficient, sustainable, and also adaptable with the challenge. Yeah. And especially Indonesia and Myanmar face unique challenges, but capacity building will help them to overcome these challenges by improving operational efficiency, reducing the cost, and also boosting the productivity. In Indonesia, for example, we have some, we call it as excellent or let's say advanced, yeah, industry such as electronics and also automotive and some in agriculture. But I think the Myanmar face higher challenges, yeah, in the industry. I think Myanmar is still on the early stage of industrial development. It's more on agriculture product.
Yes, sir. So, before I continue the next question, that's a really good point, sir. So, because you're explaining how capacity building and production are this important, and the comparison between Myanmar and Indonesia is really important for both of this country. And before I continue to the next question, can you inform to the podcast viewer why this topic is matter, like the production and operation management and the perspective from a regional point of view is one important.
Yeah, because the production and operation management can increase the productivity. So the key for success for every country today is how they can provide and produce competitive product in the global market. So of course, the way to increase the competitiveness is through increasing productivity, increasing sustainability, increasing also efficiency, increasing the quality, and all of them, productivity, quality, efficiency, sustainability, it's are part of the operations and production management.
Oh, yes, that's very good. So, as a second question, like infrastructure and technological adaptations, like manufacturing infrastructure and adaptation of Industry 4.0 technologies vary across the region. So, how are Indonesia and Myanmar integrating digital tools, like automation and a smart system in their production sector? And what are the main enabler and barriers in each country? And how do you think?
Yeah, I think the digitalization, automatization is the opportunities for every country to boost their productivity, to increase their efficiency. But of course, the challenge normally in most developing countries such as Indonesia and also Myanmar is on the infrastructures. In Indonesia, we have already built the adequate infrastructure for let's say the roads, the airport, yeah. But we still have challenges on the, we call it as cyber infrastructures. We call it as digital infrastructures. But of course, the government should provide digital ecosystem that are enable many private sectors and also the companies that can maximize their potentials. Yeah, for example, in the city maybe we have good internet connection, but Indonesia, because this is an archipelago, this is a large countries that we also can reach, for example, from the west until the east, yeah, we can reach also the village, the rural area, but the internet connection, for example, in some rural area, we still have a challenge there, yeah. And of course, if we want to increase, let's say, the productivity in agricultural sector, which mostly are in the villages, and then we, let's say, the idea is to optimize digitalizations, yeah, in the rural area. So the internet connectivity in the rural area should be a pre-requirement, yeah, for the digitalization for agriculture. And I think the same thing also happened in Myanmar. Yeah.
Yes, yes, same in Myanmar. And also Myanmar is quite face a lot of challenges in current time. And also include the workforce development and skill gap in here. So skilled labor remains a major challenge. So as the next question, what capacity building program are in place in Indonesia to address the skill gap in operation management? Like are there any best practice that could be replicated in Myanmar, like particularly considering its current educational and economic context?
Yeah, I think we can start from the educational institution or training institutions. So now Indonesia has launched several programs related with vocational education and training, or FET programs. Yeah. So now the government emphasizes the importance of vocational education at the university level, not only for example, senior high school, but also at the university level, the vocational education and training has a lot of attention today. Yeah,
Yes.
because this kind of system can address the skill gaps, especially in operation management and productions. So university like IPB University and institution like Indonesia Ministry of Industry, for example, working closely together to develop relevant curricula that align with market needs. So I think the commitment of the government to provide vocational educations and really has the curriculum that align with the need of the industry will be the key success, with the big key in the ingredient for the success of these programs. Yeah. And I think Myanmar also can have benefit from such kind of programs. Yeah. Because the country's education system must emphasize practical and also industry oriented training. Yeah. And by establishing more collaborations with the industry, with the private sector, I think it will be helpful for every country, Indonesia and Myanmar, to develop the required skills, yeah, to improve the productivity at the practical level.
Yes. So the education is I think the best practice to make this full for in every perspective. So how about the quality control and operation standards? Like achieving consistency in quality is essential. So like in industry, how do company in Indonesia and Myanmar ensure quality assurance and continuous improvement? Like our international standard like ISO being widely adopted, and how did this impact productivity and market competitiveness?
Yeah, I think there is like two things that we need to do. First is increasing the productivity of labor by providing the vocational educational and training, which is practical. But the idea to increase productivity also can come from the innovations. Yeah. So then the countries should also deal with the innovations. Yeah. because the innovation will provide you the new way to increase productivity, to increase the new level of quality, to increase the different level of competitiveness. But the let's say the skill, labor, and also the practical, let's say vocational and practical education and training will increase the speed, will increase the productivity, will increase the efficiency. I think we need to combine both of them. And of course, the quality is uh, we need to put as an equation of the success of the country. So in Indonesia, many companies, particularly in manufacturing sector, has embraced the international quality standards such as ISO 9000 and also the environment management system like ISO 5 uh, 45,000, yeah, for an industry, because such kind of certifications normally are required by the importing countries. So when we want to export our product to other countries, normally the countries or the customer require some industrial or quality certifications. So of course, this kind of increasing quality or meet the international standard will benefit our producer and our company, yeah, to really meet their customer demands, yeah, to improve the product consistency, to reduce the waste, and also to increase customer satisfactions. Yeah.
Okay. So dealing with your answers, like as you mentioned in before about the educations. So in the side of education, the role of university and vocational institution are also important, the most important, I think. And also academic institution plays a big role in operational excellence. So my question is, what role do Indonesian university and polytechnic play in building capacity for production management? So, and also for Myanmar, could Myanmar develop similar academic industry partnership to strengthen its workforce pipeline?
Yeah, Indonesian universities can play a pivotal role in building capacity by offering programs tailored to the needs of the industry. So we can have like regular educations, but we also can have like tailored education or training for the industry. But the most important thing is how the institution or the university can engage and can have like interactive dialogues with the industry stakeholders to ensure the curricula remain relevant and that students, graduates, or the alumni will have skills that align with the job market. I think that's the important thing. So having like workshop, curricula workshop, and then engaging with the industry stakeholder, with the user, and ask them what actually the actual demand in the job market, and also discuss what actually the gaps that now we have in our alumni in the job market. I think it is really important to improve the quality of graduates and also alumni, yeah, to meet the needs of actual job market.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, uh, my point of view is like regional platform offers opportunities for share group, like you mentioned in before. So, do you think there's potential for Indonesia and Myanmar to collaborate on operations training, like technology transfer or supply chain development through Asians or other regional framework?
Yes, absolutely, because ASEAN has been a pivotal platform for regional collaborations, and there is much potential collaboration between Indonesia and Myanmar, yeah, in
Yes.
operational trainings, for example, technology transfer, supply chains development. We are in ASEAN, we call it as ASEAN Economic Community, right? This
Yes.
is initiative will already emphasize regional integration in various sectors, including the industry, including the manufacturers. So how to have like single base productions that makes the product from Southeast Asia will be very competitive compared to other economic regions. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I think we can work together in in this area. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, sir. So Indonesia is a big economy in Southeast Asia. It's like it's drive a very big Italy's and drive very big economy not only in Southeast Asia but also in Asia and also from the world. So at the private sector, leadership and innovation is also important that drive and that lead to Indonesia economic in Asia. So the private sector drive implementations. So in your view, which industry or company in Indonesia and Myanmar are leading in operational efficiency and innovation? And also, what lesson can be learned from their capacity building strategy and where do significant gaps still exist?
Yeah, in Indonesia, the automotive and electronic sectors become leaders in operational efficiency and innovations. For example, companies like Toyota Motor in Indonesia, they have like manufacture in Sunter, and also Samsung Electronics, they also have integrated advanced manufacturing technologies and streamlined operations, yeah, which have enhanced their global competitiveness. So these companies have demonstrated the value of investing in automation and continuous improvement initiative. In Myanmar, I think the government sector is seeing some progress in operational efficiency. Yeah, maybe also some agricultural processing in Myanmar. I think you know better than me. Yeah, in Myanmar, how they can deal with the operational efficiency and the productivity.
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you for your answer. It's really helped me to understand the actual scenario and the actual driving like economic scenario between Myanmar and Indonesia and and currently how the government they are making and their collaboration to each other through ASEAN as how they are collaborating to each other and also contributing not only from the government level but also from the foundation level and also from workshop sector and also for the education sector. It's like government to government collaboration and also like uh, education sector collaboration and private sector collaboration and also can see and it improve the relationship between Indonesia and Myanmar and also your point of view and your answer on these topics is really contribute to understand what's really actually happening in current time. So sir, thank you for your answer and thanks for your time. This is all my
Yeah,
question.
you're welcome.
Yes.
Thank you, Pauline. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eko and Mr. Yelin, for the really great session. Even the preparation was very spontaneous. It's very insightful, and we hope this podcast can bring lots of value to the audience. And actually, the podcast recording is done. Mr. Adi will edit and clean it up. Let us know if there's anything you want to add or change. The podcast will be uploaded on Eyelid's social media. You can check it out later on LKPE IPB. If there's nothing else, you can leave the meeting now. Thank you so much, Mr. Yelin and Mr. Eko.
Oke, terima kasih Mbak Sofia dan teman-teman LKPE ya.
Ya, terima kasih banyak,
Elin.
Pak.
So please you can send your latest progress for our book project in email because
Yes.
your email maybe for 1 month ago, so I don't see the
Yeah. Yes.
just updated what the latest progress
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Sir. Yes.
Okay, thanks.